Welcome back to Immortal News. Today, on the 11th of October, we remember the celebrities and notable figures who died very recently, with their passing being announced today. Additionally, we have updates on America's Golden Girl of Gymnastics, Mary Lou Retton. If our dedication to love and remembrance resonates with you, we would greatly appreciate your support with a like on this video. Thank you. Number 8.
Tell me how to deal with my daughter.
I do the motion capture for Albert Wesker in Resident Evil 5.
Ken Lally, a versatile luminary of stage, screen, and action. Tragically, on October 10th, we lost a versatile talent in the entertainment industry, Ken Lally. Aged 52, Ken was a multifaceted artist with remarkable skills in screen, stage, and voice acting. He was renowned for his voice roles in iconic games like Mortal Kombat and Resident Evil. Beyond his vocal talents, Ken was also an accomplished martial artist, fencer, and swashbuckler, often playing the role of a villain with unmatched zeal. His passion for the arts was evident from his earliest years and continued to shine throughout his illustrious career. Ken's theatrical training spans some of the world's most esteemed institutions. In London, he honed his craft at the iconic Shakespeare's Globe Theatre and the University of Westminster. Across the pond in New York City, Ken studied at the National Shakespeare Conservatory and the London Classic Theatre School. He also holds a Bachelor of Arts in Theatre from St. Lawrence University. One of the highlights of Ken's career was his portrayal of Macbeth in Las Vegas. Performing in front of an audience of over 3,000 people every night, his month-long run was both a commercial success and a hit with critics. In Los Angeles, Ken shifted his focus to screen acting, training under the renowned coach Cameron Thor. Among his most memorable roles on television are Greg, the mob accountant on General Hospital, and the enigmatic supervillain, the German, on Heroes. Ken's passion for martial arts dates back almost 4 decades. In 1998, his journey led him to Benny the Jet Urquidez's Jet's Gym. Under Sensei Benny's mentorship, Ken ventured into the world of stunts and action acting. Since then, whether it's on film, television, or in video games, Ken's often found himself in the thick of the action. Tribute to Ken Lally. Number 7. Cal Wilson, a comedian with a heart of gold. Cal Wilson, New Zealander stand-up comedian, author, radio and television presenter who was based in Australia, passed away on October 11th at the age of 53. She was known for her quick wit, infectious smile, and her ability to make people laugh. Her sudden death has left her fans and peers in shock and mourning. Wilson was born on March 28, 1970, in New Zealand. She moved to Australia in 2003 and became a regular on the country's comedy circuit for 20 years. She performed at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival 14 times and had her own Netflix comedy special. Wilson was one of the co-hosts of the Great Australian Bake Off. Wilson's legacy extends beyond her comedic talent. She was a devoted mother to her son Digby and a loving wife to her husband Chris. In an interview just 2 months before her passing, she revealed that she wanted to be remembered as someone who made people feel good about themselves. Her generosity, talent, and friendship were constants in the Australian comedy scene for the last 2 decades. The news of Wilson's passing has sparked an outpouring of tributes from fellow comedians and performers. Rhys Darby described her as an amazing talent, while Rebel Wilson said she was amazingly talented and amazingly kind. Darren Purchase, one of her co-stars on the Great Australian Bake Off, said Wilson was the best. Tribute to Cal Wilson. Number 6. Hershel Savage, an enigmatic star beyond the screen. Hershel Savage, a noteworthy figure in the entertainment world, passed away on October 8th at the age of 70. Born Harvey Cohen on November 25, 1952, in New York City to Russian Jewish parents, Savage's journey spanned multiple facets of the arts. Initially setting his sights on mainstream cinema and theater, he trained under Broadway icons UTA Hagen and Stella Adler. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Savage made a name for himself with various film roles and was honored with an induction into a renowned Hall of Fame in 1988. Afterward, he took some time off, but rejoined the performance scene in 1997. Aside from film, he also took on roles in mainstream television, including a memorable appearance on NBC's Just Shoot Me. Savage even showcased his talent for humor in a well-known reality TV series. In theater, under the name Max Cohen, Savage received praise for his performances, notably in plays like Neil Simon's The Prisoner of Second Avenue. Showcasing his love for the arts, he even developed a one-man show detailing his experiences in the entertainment industry, which was supported by a successful crowdfunding campaign. Outside of his professional endeavors, Savage was a practicing Buddhist and lived in California. His diverse roles and rich experiences remind us of his dedication and passion for the arts. Tribute to Hershel Savage. Number 5. Louise Merryweather, a literary beacon and devoted activist. Louise Merryweather, a trailblazing novelist, essayist, and activist, passed away in Manhattan on October 10th at the age of 100. Born in Haverstraw, New York, Merryweather's life was shaped by the struggles of the Great Depression and the vibrant energy of Harlem. Her iconic novel, Daddy Was a Number Runner, is cherished for its authentic portrayal of life in Harlem during a transformative period. Beyond fiction, Merryweather dedicated herself to enlightening young readers about significant African American figures, hoping to counteract historical omissions. After establishing her writing credentials, she became part of a luminous circle of New York-based writers, including Rosa Guy and Maya Angelou. Throughout her life, she made impactful contributions to journalism, Hollywood, and literature, having stories published in esteemed outlets and anthologies. Beyond her writing, Merryweather was a relentless activist. She stood against racism, was deeply involved in the peace movement, and challenged major institutions like the World Bank for their policies. Her activism spanned from New York to Los Angeles, and even reached international causes, such as her efforts to shed light on the crisis in Congo. She had the distinction of being an executive board member of the Organization of Women Writers of Africa, further cementing her commitment to bridging gaps and fostering connections between African women writers. Louise Merryweather's legacy is vast and varied. As a gifted storyteller, a fierce advocate for justice, and a beacon for generations of writers and activists. Her centennial life was a testament to resilience, passion, and the power of the written word. Tribute to Louise Merryweather. Number 4. Stephen Lutvak, Broadway's luminous composer and songwriter Stephen Lutvak, the renowned American musician and composer, passed away on October 9th at the age of 64. Born in the Bronx, New York on July 18, 1959, Lutvak's passion for music led him to contribute profoundly to the worlds of theater, film, and songwriting. His magnum opus, A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, co-created with Robert L. Friedman, illuminated Broadway for over 2 years, garnering the coveted Tony Award for Best Musical. This collaboration also yielded a Tony Award nomination for Best Original Score. Their earlier work, Campaign of the Century, showcased their creative prowess, winning them the California Musical Theater Competition. Lutvak's talents were not just confined to the theater. He composed the entrancing title track for the documentary Mad Hot Ballroom, and delivered music for several other productions. His personal artistic expression also came to the fore with his album, The Time It Takes. Throughout his illustrious career, Lutvak's work was recognized and celebrated. A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder secured multiple nominations, including the Drama Desk Award for Outstanding Lyrics and the Outer Critics Circle Award for Outstanding New Score. Furthermore, Lutvak was a recipient of prestigious awards like the Kleban Award, the Fred Ebb Award, and the American Theater Wing's Jonathan Larson Grant, among others. Stephen Lutvak's legacy is that of sheer brilliance, dedication, and an undying love for the arts. He will be fondly remembered and deeply missed. Tribute to Stephen Lutvak. Number 3. Casey Cox, a dominant force on the baseball diamond. Casey Cox, a remarkable figure in the world of professional baseball, passed away on October 2nd in Clearwater, Florida at the age of 82. Born in Long Beach, California, Cox carved out a noteworthy career in the major leagues between 1966 and 1973, mainly representing the Washington Senators and Texas Rangers, and later the New York Yankees. Standing tall at 6 feet 5 inches, the right-hander began his baseball journey in 1962 with the Cincinnati Reds organization and subsequently played for the Cleveland Indians and Senators. While primarily known for his skills as a relief pitcher, Cox showcased his versatility by starting in 59 of his 308 MLB games. His breakout season was 1969 with the Senators, marking their sole winning season between 1961 and 1971. That year, he led in games won and boasted an impressive earned run average. Cox's prowess wasn't just limited to pitching. In 1969, he demonstrated impeccable fielding skills, leading all American League pitchers in fielding percentage. After transitioning to the Texas Rangers in 1972, he later joined the New York Yankees. His time with the Yankees was brief, but he made history by participating in the first game, where a designated hitter was used in the American League. Over his MLB tenure, Cox tallied a commendable record with a 3.70 earned run average, 297 strikeouts, and 5 complete games. His contribution to the sport remains a testament to his dedication, skill, and passion for the game. Tribute to Casey Cox. Number 2. Roger Bedford Jr., a dynamic force in Alabama politics. Roger Bedford Jr., a notable figure in Alabama's political landscape, passed away on October 10th at the age of 67. Born and raised in Alabama, Bedford's commitment to his state was evident in his long-standing service as a Democratic member of the Alabama Senate, representing the 6th District from 1994 to 2014, and previously from 1982 to 1990. An alumnus of the University of Alabama, Bedford pursued his passion for law at the Cumberland School of Law, Samford University. His affiliations spanned various organizations, reflecting his diverse interests and commitment to community, including the Alabama State Bar, the Cattlemen's Association, and the Boy Scouts of America. Though Bedford made a bid for the U.S. Senate in 1996, his heart remained devoted to Alabama's governance. In 2009, he was considered a potential candidate for Alabama's gubernatorial race, but he chose not to enter. Throughout his career, Bedford was not one to shy away from making difficult decisions, as evident in his controversial poison pill amendment in 2009. On the personal front, Bedford shared his life with his wife, Maudie Darby, from Florence, Alabama, and together they raised a child, embodying his commitment not just to politics but to family and community as well. Tribute to Roger Bedford Jr. Breaking news. News 1. America's golden girl of gymnastics, Mary Lou Retton, famed for her historic 1984 Olympic performance, is critically ill in intensive care, fighting a rare form of pneumonia. The heart-wrenching news came from her daughter, McKenna Kelly, who shared her mother's battle on a crowdfunding platform, revealing a shocking twist. The Olympic legend is without medical insurance. Born in West Virginia, 55-year-old Retton, who currently resides in Houston, is known for her 5-medal haul at the '84 Los Angeles Games, including her groundbreaking gold with a perfect 10, the first for an American woman in gymnastics. Beyond her athletic prowess, Retton's subsequent career witnessed her embracing roles in sports commentary, acting, and even cinematic appearances. However, in recent times she faced backlash for supporting USA Gymnastics amidst the Larry Nassar scandal. Despite this, her legacy in the sport and her influence remain undeniable. Both her daughters, McKenna and Emma Jean, followed in her gymnastic footsteps, representing NCAA teams. As news of Retton's condition surfaced, her top '84 Olympic colleague, Kathy Johnson, commemorated their shared memories with a touching photograph, reminding the nation of the strength and spirit of its iconic gymnast. News 2. Ex-NFL standout Sergio Brown, renowned for his stint with teams like the New England Patriots and the Bills, is now making headlines for a shocking reason. The athlete was arrested in relation to the death of his mother, Myrtle Brown, as reported by a press release from the Maywood Police Department. The unexpected twist in this tragedy emerged after both Sergio and his mother were declared missing on September 16. Disturbingly, Myrtle's body was discovered near her Maywood, Illinois residence on the very day they were reported missing. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office is currently treating her death as a homicide, pointing to multiple injuries due to assault. Sergio, who was missing since the day his mother was found, was eventually detained in San Diego as he attempted to re-enter the U.S. from Mexico. He now awaits extradition to face first-degree murder charges in Illinois. Adding to the mystery, enigmatic posts surfaced on a now-deleted Instagram account believed to belong to Sergio. Without directly referencing his mother's fate, the videos alluded to interactions with the FBI and the Maywood Police Department. Further videos showcased unsettling behavior and cryptic messages. Sergio's legal representation remains unknown at this time. News 3. In an ironic twist of fate, celebrated diver Brett Hemphill tragically lost his life in the very Texas cave where he had previously set a U.S. record. The 56-year-old's passion for exploring led him to Phantom Springs Cave in Toyavale, but unfortunately, this recent expedition was to be his last. Hemphill, alongside Andy Pitkin from Karst Underwater Research KUR, entered the intricate underwater system, descending 450 feet below the surface. Shortly after, the duo lost contact and Hemphill failed to return to the surface. Haunting footage captured him last, anchoring a guideline at an impressive 570-foot depth. After a 4-day search, it was Hemphill's colleagues from KUR who sadly retrieved his body. The specifics of this tragic event remain uncertain, as KUR's community and the diving world at large grapple with the loss of such a pioneering figure. Over his illustrious career, Hemphill had redefined underwater exploration, setting the U.S. deep underwater cave record in Florida's Weeki Wachee Springs in 2008, and then breaking his own record in Phantom Springs in 2013. He and KUR have since extensively mapped the cave, making significant contributions to our understanding of underwater ecosystems. Number 1. Wilf Billington, the passionate goalie with a lifelong dedication to football. Wilf Billington, an esteemed goalkeeper best known for his time with Workington Reds in the Football League, passed away at the age of 93. Although often the second choice to Workington's top keeper, Malcolm Newlands, Billington's dedication to the sport was unwavering. Over his 5 years with the Reds, he made an impressive 55 appearances in both league and cup matches. Blackburn-born Wilf's journey in football started early, initially with Rochdale and later with his hometown club. But it was during the 1954-55 season that he joined the Reds under the guidance of the legendary Bill Shankly, whom he fondly remembered for his infectious enthusiasm for the game. His tales of Shankly and his admirable leadership remained a cherished memory for Billington, Post his tenure with the Reds, Billington ventured south to join Headington United, which later became Oxford United. However, it was a unique opportunity from Australia in the late 1950s that saw him relocate and continue his football journey, ultimately helping Melbourne Hellas clinch the title. Beyond football, Billington showcased his multifaceted personality, working in steelworks and later in politics after achieving an honours degree at Wollongong University at the age of 55. Tribute to Wilf Billington.